Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I know this is the first video I haven't done in a long time, and mainly because I've been busy the last couple of months, especially with school. But now since I'm back, I'm ready to get back into the fold with the next upcoming update. And in this video, I want to talk about the most anticipated character that will be coming back in 2.8, which is Kazuha. And I want to answer this question because I know a lot of people are going to be asking this question a lot and asking, is he worth the pull? I want to talk a little history about Kazuha. Back almost exactly a year ago, I believe, when he released last year in the Golden Archipelago update. And in that patch, I feel like Kazuha was not really that much of an anticipated character. But when he first released, a lot of people changed their minds and opinions about him when they first tried him out. People got really excited, like, oh shit, this is a really fun character. Kazuha is really versatile, he's really quick with his abilities, and he's a really great character in pretty much any team comp. But the one main thing that's important to mention is he worth? Now that's the word I want to talk about, is worth. I feel like for the past year or so, whenever Genshin came out, I feel like a lot of people had explained when asking this question different meanings of the word worth, where a lot of people would explain worth as in their own terms, like, oh, is he worth to me as fun, enjoyable character that will not like be disappointing in pulling, or is he worth in terms of meta wise, like is he good in team cons, is he a strong character, will he be worth the primos? And I feel like for the longest time a lot of people have been trying to like narrow down the meaning of how people should interpret it when asking that question, because I feel like sometimes people will ask the question, is he worth in terms of like, oh, will it be fun, will it be enjoyable? If you're asking in terms of that, I feel like no one can answer that for you. Not even me, not even other people like content creators, theory crafters. No one can answer that for you because that's more personal gain. That's personal worth. I cannot fully explain like, is he gonna be enjoyable for you if I don't really know like what your kind of playstyle or like really honestly I cannot answer that for you, nor anyone can. That's more up to you to answer that for yourself. Now, in terms of meta wise, honestly, I'm just gonna say it straight out. If you are a old player or just a recent player that has a lot of characters already set up, if you have a good solid Anemo support like either Venti or especially Sucrose, you do not need Kazuha. Kazuha is a great character by all means. Like, I really love Kazuha. I really think he's a strong, versatile character that's good in any team comp. But if you are asking in the terms, is he worth meta wise? No. If you already have a solid foundation in terms of Anemo characters, in terms of composition, you do not need Kazuha. Sucrose is a really good character in the same terms of Kazuha. Yes, she may have different mechanical style or different play style as Kazuha in terms of like crowd control or in terms of like applying Anemo. Sucrose is a really solid character that could do the same job as Kazuha. They do the same amount of support that you need in terms of an Anemo character. And now with Venti, I'm pretty sure everyone knows how great Venti is. He's a really easy character to build, where compared to Sucrose and Kazuha, both of these characters would need solid builds in terms of artifacts, in terms of leveling, where with Venti, you barely even need any levels or artifacts on him at all. You just slap 4 Viridescent on him and he's ready to go. Whereas with Sucrose and Kazuha, I would say both of them will still need the same amount of investment, but if you already have Sucrose where she is a 4-star, you don't need Kazuha. You're totally fine. So don't feel urged to follow him, because a lot of people will. And I can already see that like people are going to be asking this question a lot when he first released, because he is one of, if not the next anticipated character to return. Honestly, to stay on LBL, don't feel urged to pull him if you already have a good new support. Now, I'm just going to explain from my personal experience, because I do have Kazuha. I love Kazuha. I think he's a really strong character. When he first released, he really surprised me. Just the way his playstyle is, he brought a lot of fun and enjoyment for me in the game, because I feel like his kind of playstyle is kind of unique and something where I kind of wanted. Like, I wanted more crowd control characters where I'll have control of the crowd control I want to do. And with him being able to basically crowd control all enemies towards him with his E, and the amount of like kind of unique combos that he can do, it brings a lot of fun. He is a really fun character. But at the end of the day, like, worth can only be defined as, do you really need him? And honestly, for me, I don't really need Kazuha. I could have just not pull for Kazuha. I could have skipped. But I know a lot of people are going to be asking this question because back when he first released, people weren't. I feel like Kazuha wasn't really as popular when he first released. People were saying that he's not going to pull for him. When 1.7 released, before the Inazuma, when the update was about to release, the Inazuma characters, Yoimiya, Aika, and Sayu, got drip marketed. And that kind of like took away a lot of the value that people were going to pull for Kazuha. I know a lot of people back then said you should pull for Kazuha. He's a great character, he's a broken character, he's amazing. But honestly, by all the information that's available out there and all the testing that a lot of people have done, they have shown that Kazuha is not that much of a game-changing character. Yes, he is a really game-changing character in certain team comps, especially with Bennett. But in the end of the day, by what we have available to us and what characters are available now, if you already have a solid foundation in characters like Sucrose, Venti, don't feel urged to pull them. I will encourage you pull for whoever you want. If they bring you enjoyment, I think that is worth the pull. But in terms of worth, meta-wise, he's not worth it if you already have a solid composition or an emo character. But in a certain circumstance, when asking is Kazuha worth, if you are a very new player and you don't have Venti, Sucrose, or any other solid Nemo support, if you have enough pulls to pull Kazuha, I think he's worth the pull. Mainly because I don't know when Venti is coming out. Sucrose was a 4-star. I think there's gonna be a lot of discussion of should you wait for Sucrose or should you spend your primos now to get Kazuha. I think whenever spending your primos or your fates on any banner, I do not believe it is the best choice to pull for a 4-star. 4 stars are equally or as much of a scam than pulling for the 5 stars on the banner. Because yes, 4 stars have a higher chance of dropping compared to the 5-star, but there is no guaranteed chance that you can get that wanted 4-star within the amount of points that you have until you are guaranteed to pull the 5-star. Yes, 4 stars have a good chance of dropping, but there's not a guaranteed. If you're spending money to pull for a character, that is hard-earned money that you have. Or if you're spending primos that you earned as an F2P, primos is a valuable currency that you can hardly gain more in any content that is available in Genshin. If people are saying it's worth waiting for Sucrose, that depends on the situation. If you have enough currency to buy her from the shop, then by all means go ahead. I think that's more worth than wasting your primos or fates on Kazuha. If you're pulling for meta wise, I don't think you need to pull for Kazuha if you already have the characters that can do the same job as him. But if you're asking if he's worth in terms of him bringing fun or enjoyment to you in Genshin, I can't answer that for you. Only you can. And that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I can give some clarity to the question if Kazuha is worth. Again, some of these are some of my personal opinions. Honestly, there's a lot of information out there and I highly encourage you to go look at that information. Not just at one source, but many different sources from content creators, theory crafters. I think 2.8 is going to be looking like a really fun patch, especially with Hasso. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you like to show your support, please consider subscribing. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video. Check me out on Twitch. I stream on there very consistently. That is it for me today. Be on the lookout for more videos from me in the future. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you have a wonderful day.